If you ever find yourself venturing into Victoria's high country, you may eventually come across the small town of Aberfeldy. Over 100 kilometres away from Melbourne, this former gold mining town has few permanent residents. Tales of gold still echo through the region, but if you let yourself wander a bit, then you might find a solitary roadside grave. This lonely spot of bush is said to hold the remains of a legend from its pioneer past. A tale of grog, graze and girth. This is the story of Kitty Kane. Living during the gold rush of the 1800s, Kitty Kane was a dancehall girl, using her skills to entertain the hardworking miners across the pubs of regional Victoria. As the legend of her talents grew across the goldfields, Kitty decided to go into business for herself and opened her own Sly Grog establishment. It was a massive success. As Kitty refined her skills, she attracted more men to her tavern, and her name was spoken with reverence by them all. Kitty also proved herself to be an astute financial mind outside of the Sly Grog industry, owning over 200 shares in a mining company. As the years marched on and her riches grew, so too did Kitty's proportions. At one point she was said to tip the scales at over £300. Her considerable bulk would result in a tidy profit for the gentleman she borrowed a pack horse from, who charged 9p per pound for transport. Kitty Kane's time as a well-loved local came to an end thanks to her death in the 1860s. The miners who so loved Kitty honoured her in their own way, by toasting to her memory at the very shanty she operated. A group of the men took it upon themselves to carry Kitty's coffin from her establishment to Aberfeldy Cemetery, where she could be laid to rest. However, the burly troop and their burden never made it quite so far. Maybe it was because of the heat. Perhaps it was the considerable weight of Kitty's casket. Or maybe it was their previous overindulgence in beer that had left them all intoxicated. Whatever the reason was, the miners simply gave up carrying Kitty's remains. Instead of resting up and carrying on, the men decided to bury Kitty on the side of the road, with a humble cross marking her grave. Though some may doubt the truth of the story, the legend of Kitty Kane still has an impact today. The grave continues to be tended to by volunteers, and a room at the nearby Windsor House bed and breakfast is named in Kitty's honour. And if you'd like to be notified when I upload next, then click on that subscribe button. And thank you very much for watching.